today, World Hunger Day. This happens as malnutrition and hunger, we are told, are soaring across the world, leading to hundreds of millions of people suffering and posing a major threat to global security. Access to good nutrition, we are told, is very pivotal to the development, particularly of children. Without it, they cannot reach their full potential physically or cognitively. And as a result, economies are seen to be undermining and being less productive in terms of dealing effectively with poverty in most parts of the world. Women and girls are disproportionately impacted. 1 billion adolescent girls and women worldwide are suffering from malnutrition because they typically eat last and least. Dr. Chantell Witten is Director Health Systems, strengthening, also part of the Ilifa Labantwana Organization. How are you?
Good afternoon, TK. Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, this is a sad story. I mean, this is really a sad story. We struggle, apparently even on the African continent, we still struggle with poverty. We're sitting at around, the last time I checked was around 43% of people that are living in abject poverty. And one wonders, when are we going to get to the bottom of this?
TK, a really sad situation, but we need to use all our opportunities. We know that our government recently was engaged in a new budget. And for a country that is struggling with poverty, we need to be pushing for more safety nets for households. As you say, 43% under the poverty line. When it comes to children, children are living in households of abject poverty, which means almost 60% of our children under 5 are living in households that do not meet the food poverty line. Not enough money to buy food.
Now, I mean, if you look at the breakdown, I mean, the worst food access problems in South Africa, Northern Cape is sitting at 34.3, Eastern Cape 31.3, Mpumalanga 30.4, KwaZulu-Natal 23.9. I mean, these numbers are staggering and shocking indeed.
Unfortunately, it is not unexpected because rural development, although it is a strategic program for government, we have not seen enough investments to actually create jobs. Sustainable agricultural activities has also seen many job losses. And so those provinces are firstly our agricultural centered provinces. They're more rural and they carry the bulk of children.
How do we hold hands, though, as South Africans? You know, it's one way to rely on government to lend a hand through SASSA. It is another to rely on people like yourselves in the NGO sector to distribute donations. But it is also, I suppose, incumbent on all of us who have the benefit of 3 meals a day to also lend a hand, isn't it?
Absolutely, TK. You're talking now about a whole of society approach. Your child is my child. Your problem is my problem. I think we need in South Africa a morale-boosting campaign, firstly. We are feeling very stretched with all the things that have been happening, all the bad news we're dealing with. We're not in a good space. Then, economically, we are not growing. The finance minister gave very poor results for our economic development. And it exacerbates when we have things like increase in electricity, because it's not only the food you are buying that's expensive, it's also the cooking materials to cook. Fuel is expensive. So I really do think that as civil society and society in general, if we can do what we did during COVID with the Solidarity Fund, we need those kind of support systems to still hold families, hold children especially, because children are paying with their lives now. Malnutrition affects you now, but it casts a long shadow into adulthood. So those that are compromised now in ill health carry that ill health in adulthood as well. So they're paying double.
And again, I mean, the other issue is the price of food. I mean, food is expensive in this country. Very, very expensive. I mean, just a basket of food would leave you much poorer. Then one shudders to think how those that really cannot afford are really getting on by.
We are past that stage. We are talking about 20 million people in South Africa are going hungry every day. They are not eating our 3 meals, as you say. They are skipping meals. There are many households where not all the members are eating. They have to skip meals. Many households, even middle-income households, have had to tighten their food budget, moving from rice to milli rice, moving brands from top-known brands to household brands or in retail brands. So we are all feeling the pinch, but the burden is being carried by children. And as I said, the poverty margin in South Africa is huge between the top 20% of the wealthy and the bottom 20%. That cannot be addressed by piecemeal interventions like food parcels or NGO support. We are talking about macro policy change, controlling the price of the food basket. Even if it's 10 commodities that are essential for children, these should be zero profit foods.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for talking to us. We really appreciate it, Doc.
Thank you very much, TK.
Thank you so much, Director Health System Strengthening from Ilifa Labantwana Organisation, Dr. Chantell Witten.